Hi guys, this is Navdeep from Delhi Immigration Services. Today we have Mr. Sanjeev with us. Mr. Sanjeev is a 27-year-old Indian national, and he has got the Canada study visa after one refusal along with his spouse. So since he is a young applicant and his marriage also happened in 2019, so we'll just talk see how his profile is and how he has become a successful candidate. So hi Mr. Sanjeev, can you hear me, sir?
Hi, Mr. Nadeep. Thank you. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, how's he doing today, sir? How's everything?
Everything is good. Everything is doing well. Thank you. I hope you're having a good time as well.
I'm doing great, sir. I'm doing good. Thank you. So, can you just talk us through about your profile, about your background in terms of
Mhm.
academics, and your work experience? You worked in Dubai as well. So, can you just shed some light on that, sir?
Sure, sure. So basically, I did my bachelor's in 2014, and afterwards, until now, I was continuously working, in the same field of my education, which was in hospitality. I was in Dubai for a period of around 7 years,
Right.
and currently I was working in a restaurant as assistant manager past, I believe, 2 years. And I had the plan to, I was trying before with express entry and other stuff, but it was not working on. Then COVID happened. So I decided, okay, I think student is the option to go there and start the things there. So I tried last year. I started planning and I did application in January 21. I was in Dubai, and although I did my file from India, but I don't want to name the consultancy. It was very famous worldwide, not only in India, but they have offices everywhere. Uh, Even if I look at the profile which they put that time, it was really, really weak. Nothing was shown, and even they uploaded wrong documents. They put my passport copy instead of my IELTS, which I realized afterwards when I did cross checking. And and after 2 months I got refusal on the all the reasons. I would say they put five reasons,
Right.
some of
So,
a journal and some. Hmm.
so I'm sorry to interrupt. So, can you confirm like for which program you applied when you applied from Dubai, sir, for the first time?
It was a PG diploma in global hospitality management with in Conestoga College, and
So, right, so you were working as an assistant manager, and then you applied for
hmm,
program in hospitality management, global hospitality
yes,
management
yes.
at
Hmm.
Concord. So, how many times you applied at the point of time, sir?
Only once.
Only once. Okay, and then as I've already explained that how your experience was with the filing and
Hmm.
everything. So, after getting and did you apply alone or did you apply with your spouse at that point of time?
Actually, I asked, visited number of consultants in Amritsar in Punjab, and there is a notion everyone says no, you cannot go with spouse. If you want to go
Right.
with spouse, go to Australia or go to UK or USA, but Canada you
Right.
cannot go with spouse. So and it was my mistake also. I didn't did my homework. I didn't do research. So I believed, okay, yeah. And then I thought of going with this consultancy because of their name and their presence worldwide. So I thought, okay, they are genuine. They will be providing genuine feedback and genuine things, but things didn't turn that way. And,
So, okay, so you applied alone from the for the first time, based on the research that you've done. And
mhm.
so after the unfortunate refusal, like, what research then you have done? What steps you have taken after?
I mean, the first thing I would say, I stopped using Facebook. I think from past 4 5 years, and the first thing I did, I reactivated back. I joined many groups. There are many groups with the over presence of 100,000 people in one group, even more. So people start to share the experience. I tried to find out. I got to know some people who got same refusals. I had words with them, and also people from my family were also trying to find here and there's, and And the first thing I got, okay, let's go for GCMS notes. So I applied for that same time, and the funny thing was that the consultant was saying, let's go one more time. We will refine the SOP a little bit, and we go same thing, same course, and maybe you'll get the visa. Let's try. And I was like, no, I don't want to, go again with this thing. Already, I have one. I don't want to put two until I have a, proper
Yeah. Yeah.
confirmation.
Yeah. Right.
And
Okay.
yeah, and then my brother-in-law, he told me to just get in touch with you because I don't, someone from his friends or someone he got your services. So I think it was April or May 21, 6 7 months back. Uh,
Yep.
I had words with you. I remember our first call was around 35 to 40 minutes long. You really took your time. I really appreciate that. You, even though there was nothing that I'm going with you or no, you put everything properly. You put me the things which were actually there. And then after GCMS notes came, and it was exactly what you said. So that was the time I start to get into your things. Okay, that whatever you are talking, there is some logic or there is a reason behind it. You don't talk like other consultants say, in especially in Punjab. They let you see the dreams that doesn't even exist. If there is something which cannot be done, you told me no, this cannot be done because so. This we can do. You have this. So that was I would say the part which really put me into your side. Even I had words with the Canadian lawyer. I paid 200 $60 $70, just for his session. It was 1 hour call with him. He charged for this money, and the amount which he charged me, it was quite high. He told me $15,000. He will do the application for me and my spouse, and he said, okay, we pay, I think, $1,000 first, and then after everything afterwards, and he will get us visa. If it's 10 times, 15 times refusal, he will work on that. But still, I was not convinced with him because the way he did the calling, the way he put the feedback, the way he put the things, he kind of demotivated me. So, and yeah, and then we start to talk, exchange emails, calling every second, third day, long calls. But I really appreciate, you really did your best. Every time I called, you supported it, and every time, I know you guys face this, but being an applicant, we have thousand questions. Even
Yep.
let's say I ask you question now, and after 10 minutes, I got some same thing again. I'll call you back again. Oh, this happened. Sometimes it's frustrating.
Yeah, no,
Because
it's fine. Yeah, we sort of, put ourselves in your shoes, and and that's the
mhm,
best way to understand your situation, and we sort of understand what apprehensions you might have, being an applicant.
mhm.
That I really want to ask you, like, when exactly you took the decision of applying with your spouse, and how you made yourself sure that okay, it is the right decision for you.
Hmm. See, even my family was not sure. They were saying, if you want to go with your spouse, go with the lawyer, because they
Yeah,
were sure that he will get. But that was a huge amount, almost equal to 1 year fees. And
right.
with you, I asked you, simple thing, what do you suggest? And you told me, if you are able to do these three things, if your spouse is employed, if
Yeah,
they have
but
sufficient funds, genuine funds, and if your relationship is
knowledge,
genuine, there
right.
is no issue, and which is as per the website says, if you are able to fulfill these requirements. So that was only thing, and in our case, luckily, we were able to tick mark all these things. She was working, we we managed funds, and our relationship was genuine. So I think that was the best part. We were able to cover all the things.
Right. So your
And then
spouse age,
mhm,
sorry to interrupt. So your spouse age is also around your age only, like you're 27 and she is, I think,
she is actually bit older. She's 28, 29, 1.5,
29.
2 years. So, yeah.
Right. And yeah, I'm sorry, you were saying something, please.
No, no, I mean, just saying that it was just only the trust that I built, with you, even my family was totally against, because and I believe their part, they were right, because what happens in Punjab, people, they lure a lot of money, and they, they brainwash the, especially young students like me. It's easy to, convince them, see, we did this, we can do this. But I really had hope, okay, if something can be done. uh, and you are not on the only one who does this thing. There's just thousands
Yeah.
of people, but it's
Yeah.
just the effort that you put. Sometimes I have given some money also before to some people for express entry or other things, but the way they talk before money is different. The way they talk after money, that is different. So, but with you, it was never about money. You never asked me, okay, send me this much, we will start, send me that, or no. Even until the last moment, there was nothing about that. It was only about the application and only about the things that was a priority. The to get visa and to get the file approved, that was only priority with you. So that is, I would say, the USP with you was, okay, professionalism and your experience. That is the first thing. But the main thing, which is USP, the customer service, because I'm also coming from that thing also, of this experience. This is the only thing that you can get a client and keep it for lifetime if you did do things well. Otherwise, many people are there to do these things in industry.
Right. Right. And I also appreciate your trust, as you said, that because you were in Dubai earlier, and then obviously you
Mm-hmm.
advice, and then also you had sort of plan, and then you moved to India, and then you started working
Mm-hmm.
here. So
Mm-hmm.
that takes a lot of courage and sort of trust.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting in somebody else who are actually taking definitely the responsibility. So I really appreciate that, because whatever we requested did exactly the same, and I think that really made our life easy, and that
Mm-hmm.
really helps to present your application in the best possible manner. So
Mm-hmm.
I think the bigger apprehension that which might have been about applying with the spouse. So I think being sort of your marriage was not even, I think it was almost 2 years old only, but
2 years,
still,
yes, yes.
yeah. So some applicants might be reluctant, while applying with the spouse, with this sort of
Mm-hmm.
relationship progression. But still, I mean, the way you sort of shown, trust in us, and supported us and everything. So that really made our
Mm-hmm.
life, to be very honest. So I really want to thank you for that. And you really believed in you, as you mentioned that you were going against the odds, specifically,
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
ensuring that you're taking the right decision, but you sort of,
Yes,
went
yes.
against, and we work
Mm-hmm.
together. I really want to, thank you for, believing in you and trusting in us, so that we could have,
Mm-hmm.
sort of help you out. And so there are so many other applicants also who are young enough and, concerned whether they should apply together or whether they should apply alone. So is there any piece of advice would you like to give to them, or people facing refusals, sort of
Mm-hmm.
refusal, like some people are clueless, like, what they need to do and everything. So is there any
Mm-hmm.
piece of advice from your experience which you would like to give, which can help them to sort their problem out, so that that'll be helpful? So
Yes, yes. I think, as I already mentioned, the very basic thing is, look yourself if you're able to, fulfill that checklist that they have made according to country. If we are able to, see A, B, C, we can do. I think there is nothing, that's stopping us if things are genuine. And like, as I asked you, I think I asked you 10 times every time whenever we had call. What do you think? And even when I came to see you in Mocha, and still I asked you same question. What do you think if I go alone? I have more chances. I go as a spouse, and you told me that, see, everything is okay. Everything you have as per the requirement, so there is no problem that is stopping you, as long as we are able to, justify to the visa officer. And the file that you put, you really worked on it. I even tell to so many people. I always start suggesting you to some people, because the way you describe the SOP, the way you describe the relationship letter, the way you put the other things, that were really really impressive. It looks like someone really worked on it instead of what I put my SOP before. And one more thing I really like to mention, uh, when we started do the things, we applied for I think UCW and Crandall, and I got into Crandall, which was from your side, and then I just tried from my side. You know, I was not sure because they required GMAT, but I still gave a chance for UNB, and luckily after some time I got accepted into that, and I told you the same, and you were glad for that thing. If it was, which I think is some other consultant, he would say no, I will lose my money, and he will start to convince me for pros and
Well,
cons, and put cons for UNB and pros for Crandall, and you know what I'm saying. And but in your case, you were happy about my case. That's good. You got into a good place, and which is more better than UNB, much better course. And still, even from after that time, you put your 110% always. It was never that you have this feeling, okay, now you will not make that much from me, because you will not get commission from this side. But that was not the case, which is, really highly, highly thankful to you for your genuineness and your honesty, that you really did things about your work, your professionalism is not only about money. These are the things which really, I was against my family. No, whatever will happen, I'm going with him. I'm not going to go with any other consultant, because I had worked with the IRCC members in Punjab and other places, and they were still putting me into PG diplomas in different college, irrelevant things, because I had enough research. I knew, okay, what I did was completely wrong. Was what I have already done. I've already higher than that stage, and why they will give me visa to study that thing at much higher price. So, and whatever we did now, we covered all the points. We did higher studies, which is relevant after my long gap of 7 years. And about regarding my immigration status, then that I changed to my permanent status in India. So we covered that part also. So it was still, really lucky to have you with me, and blessing of my parents. So it took us 2 months to get both files approved, which is kind of miracle, because people gets not even a year, 5 months, 7 months. They're waiting for a really long time.
so when
All
exactly
all all the credits to you, sir. All the credits to you.
credit goes to you for trusting in you and taking the decision of applying together with your spouse at such young age. And I think all credit goes to you, and thanks to your parents for blessings and thanks a lot. So when
Yes, sir.
exactly we applied, sir? When exactly in which month we submitted the application?
It was 8th of September, and I like to add one more thing on that, which I think no consultant or agent will do. We started doing the things, I think, around 7 p.m. We started exchanging files to see, to cross check, and to do this, and until 4:30, you were replying to my text. I was asking you questions again and again. We were doing things again and again. So from 7 till 4:30 in the morning, I don't think so. No one will do. Even some family member doesn't do this, but you were there to support. You sent me a thing. At the last moment, I think we had to do some changes because of the financials to be added more things, and then you did again that, you rectified that, and you did it again. So it was after midnight. So these are the things, which makes a lot of matter in this. And definitely you gonna have a long path. Success is waiting for you if you keep on going on same way. I know there is no limit. People like you, that professionalism, there is no limit.
I highly appreciate your words, so thank you very much. And yeah, when yeah, it's all about like making sure that we're able to do everything correctly at the probably head of schedule, or maybe at the at the time when it is required. So
Mm-hmm.
that was with your support, we were able to the way you provided all the documents and everything at the time, and we just did what we know. But obviously there was a
Mm-hmm.
long documents also, like for your spouse,
Yes, yes, yes. It was a lot of documents, a lot of
so.
paperwork. Was.
Yeah, sometimes takes time, but I really appreciate your patience as well. And thank you very much for everything you supported. And I'm so happy for you guys and that you've got it together, which is, I think,
Mm-hmm.
really wants. And both of you have got it at the same time. I think there's nothing, no better feeling than that. And
Yeah, that's true.
right. So I'm so happy for you guys. And you're going for MBA at UNB now, right? And you
Yes,
worked
yes,
as an
that's correct.
associate in
Mm-hmm.
hospitality and UNB. Apparently, UNB is definitely a great university, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you got through, and there's no way that we could say anything about it. So, yeah, it was your personal decision, and so really appreciated that. I highly appreciate when sometimes students apply directly to the colleges or universities.
Mm-hmm.
After doing the research and everything, I think this is something which reflects that the student is a bona fide genuine student, because research is very important. This is also what is
Mm-hmm.
expected of the officer as well, like how much prepared we are, how much research we have
Mm-hmm.
done, we want to do and everything, how the future plans and everything would be. So one part of that. So I highly appreciate your research, and I really want other applicants who are probably watching this video to also to do the same if they can apply directly to the universities they prefer.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't refrain from doing that. They should be doing that. So I think you have been a perfect example of as both of you applied together. So there are not many
Mm-hmm.
cases in the public domain wherein a young applicant, a young couple applied together with 2 years old marriage and they got through. So and that too in the
Mm-hmm.
very when you applied together. So there's
True,
another
true, true.
question pops up when previously you applied alone. Though your wife was not accompanying, but this time you are
Yes,
accompanying.
yes, yes.
This is
Mm-hmm.
also a actual change in an application, and then sometimes officers come back and say that why is this a change at this time? Like
Mm-hmm.
previously, you applied loan, so why there's a change in the intentions and everything, and why there's a change basically.
Mm-hmm.
So one question which comes up and need to be answered proactively. So yeah, it worked in your
Yeah, I remember you had put that one in the we had I mean put that one in the SOP very well. It was mentioned why we applied. I applied alone in the first application and why I'm accompanying my spouse now. So and also there was one point was mentioned in the in my spouse letter. It was that she really wants to join me. I don't remember the exact thing. It was that once, in case there is a refusal, we'll go for GCMS notes and we'll relaunch the application. So kinds of, it. I mean, it can go both way, but
Yeah, but it was more about like, yeah, it was also that no matter what happens, you would continue to
mhm,
support
exactly, exactly.
your spouse regardless of everything. So if there would be any confusion, you'll definitely try
Mm,
to give more information to clarify, because your relationship is genuine, and there's no doubt about it.
mm,
So yeah,
mm,
always try to tell the truth, no matter how many times you have to say to convince somebody. So yeah,
true, true.
that's it's all about the intention. It was genuine marriage. So yeah, that's what it matters. So
Mm.
thank you very much, yeah, for everything, sir. Thank you very much. And thank you for also taking time. Is there anything you want to say before we end this? Because you've been very patient and supportive as well. So
Yeah,
is there
yeah.
anything?
No, just one thing, whoever is going through this, doesn't matter if you're going with the consultant, lawyer, agent, whoever. Just as Mr. Nadeep mentioned, research is very important. Once get to know things, I was able to distinguish who is giving me correct advice and who is just, bullshitting me and trying to lure me with his words. So that was the reason I was able to justify, yes, whatever Mr. Navdeep is saying, he is coming with facts. He is what this thing, the same thing you can justify on CIC website. But whatever the other even IRC members told, and I was really laughing. They have big names, but the yeah, maybe out of 100 they will get 80% success because of the experience, but still the 20% is people like me, who have gap, who had rejection, who had previous express entry files, and things like that. So research is important. Find whatever you can, and do not trust whatever the person is saying. Go with your own feelings. That's it.
Yeah, thank you very much for the advice because you've seen, a lot through, as you mentioned, you applied for profile and then,
Mm,
you've seen sort of everything, throughout the process and sort of learned also. So thank you
that's
so much
correct.
for giving that advice. I really appreciate and I'm so happy for both of you that you're going together. There's no better feeling for us also seeing that. So I really wish you both of you great luck and great life.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
So thank you very much, and we'll be in touch. And
Definitely,
thank you for your time, and thank you very much.
definitely. Thank you, sir. I really want to meet you before I travel. So please let me
Yeah,
know once you get back to Moga. I really wanna be there once.
of course, I'll share the details with you. So no problems. That's completely fine.
Thank
So
you.
all
Thank you
right,
very much, sir. All
take
the
care.
best to you also. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.